take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground.
What is going on, family? Welcome in. How y'all doing? How's y'all doing? Yeah. Again, running a little behind here, running a little behind schedule, but yeah. Y'all keep living. Y'all see how it is one of these days. Wait till y'all get my age, boy. Yeah. Thank everybody for being here. I'm gonna have to get to this chat here in a minute. Or I'm trying to get everything situated. Boy, hell, I feel like playing that CeeLo. Boy. Maybe I'm crazy. Because my goodness. What a world. But we ain't gonna worry about that right now. We're gonna get together and we're gonna talk about it though. Hey, what's going on? Marlene, welcome in. Thank you for being here. My sister Unbiased LLC. Hashtag Purple Patch Crew. What's good, my sister? Unbiased gonna be coming on here in a little bit. So I ain't gonna be on here too long, even though, as Unbiased, as my sister, she always, boy, you better get it. Don't be worried about who else on, who else this, and who else that. But it's my sister. And if we do overlap, doggone it, I'm gonna send everybody who over here on over there at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. I mean Texas time. My bad, Texas time, family. Miss Steph Shockley, how you doing, young lady? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Jason, what's going on, brother? How you doing? And wherever she is, hey, Shanna. LP, welcome in, family. Yes. Who else? Growing What I Eat. How you doing, my brother? Welcome in. John 74. How you doing, bro? Yeah. Taurus Brain. Aha. Hey, look here, man. If y'all didn't catch Neckbone News yesterday, y'all got to check out Neckbone News, boy. Tori done put together something real amazing over there. Absolutely amazing. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. I want y'all to go over there and check it out. Hey, what's up, Pieces of April? How you doing? Welcome in. Pieces of April, I know you kind of new around the community. I ain't really seen you a lot, but I normally don't do this, but if you ain't like seeing nobody or nothing, you know what I'm saying, maybe I can take you and get you a sandwich or perhaps a bowl of soup one day. You know what I'm saying? And we can, yeah. But anyway, hit me in my DMs, like the young folks say. So maybe I can take you out for a soda water one of these days. Tamika Davis, what's going on, Tamika Davis? How you doing? Welcome in. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Unbiased, child, it's so so much. So much. We're gonna talk a little bit about all of that. I'm gonna put what my sister put up here. That this is thank you for that, sister, because that's exactly what one of the this conversation. This conversation. Uh what's up, Bud Files? How y'all doing? Y'all treasure hunt. Now that last one, that was on the TikTok machine. Was it The Rock or what? Now I watched all of it. I just didn't. I don't know what was out of play. Was it supposed to be there, Bud Files? I might start leaving messages so I can try to figure out what's going on. Oh, thank you, Pieces of April. Mm-hmm. Please do. Please do. Yeah. Yeah. Slide in my DMs, Pieces of April. Let me know what your schedule looking like. Yeah. Take you out for a sandwich, girl. Tori, how you gonna say you ain't gonna spoil nothing? What's up? Oh, random JL, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Fiona, habari dada, salama, salama. Welcome in, welcome in. Uh, Asante Sana. Thank you for being here. Who else we got? Okay, I think about catching up. Boy, y'all slid up in here pretty quick, man. Thank y'all. I think I'm just gonna start with first off, hello everybody. How y'all doing? Let me show my face and speak real quick, fast, properly like I am still working on doing some other stuff. I don't want to be reaching and y'all got my whole forehead and hair flying everywhere, so I'm gonna turn my camera. Well, look, with Frugal Mama, did I speak to you? How you doing, young lady? You better get in here. You okay? I did see you. See what I mean? I'm doing stuff. Well, with Frugal Mama, how is you doing, young lady? You better get in here and you better enjoy yourself. By the way, man, it's Trio Tuesday. Y'all already know how it go. Go on and first hit that like button for me, and then go on and make sure you share this live out, and then when you get back, hey, go and drop that hashtag BCIAC in the chat so everybody can get connectificational ties with one another. Yes. For shizzle. Keisha H, how you doing, family? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm gonna start with where Unbiased started, and I'm gonna keep speaking. What's up, Jared Talk? How you doing, brother? I'm just gonna go and jump into it, man. I'm coming on late, and it is what it is. We just gonna start the conversation, see where it go. I'm probably gonna drop the link here in a little bit, and you know, a lot of times when I'm putting together, especially on a Tuesday, and thank you, my sweet, sweet, lovely wife. Sometimes they be together. We usually always together for Friday phase, but sometimes, my wife be holding down the fort on the other side. Hey, Mama Nita, Blue Lotus Vibes by Janita McLean. And we have a lot of different topics, cover a lot of different information and whatnot. And I like to bring content in, not necessarily receipts, but just a form of verifying the subject matter upon which I discuss. Hey, Miss Grace Guys, how you doing? How you doing? I didn't do that tonight because I just rather talk. Because I'm not trying to make a super. Well, I am. It's not that I'm not trying to make a point. It's more of how could I put it? I'm gonna ask y'all this. These for those now you can't I don't believe it's healthy to stay in this space, but I think we all been there at some point or another. You ever see the shit going on around you in the world? J Mia, official J Mia, how you doing, sister? Welcome in. Somebody else come in here. Miss Cheryl Faulkner, uh, Miss Grace Gines, how y'all do? All of y'all, boy, y'all better get in here and enjoy yourself after y'all share this live out. Oh, and by the way, something that helps, if y'all don't mind, first off, I'm grateful. So I don't look give horses in the mouth. But if you do share it out, if you be so kind as to @African Dreaming when you share it out, it help push it through the algorithm a little better. And I think more people see it. I know it's a little bit of extra. So that's if you want to. If you don't, no harm, no foul. I ain't tripping. But it does help when you at me when you share it. Oh, that's right. I see what pieces of April put. Yeah, Jared had an interview today. I'm gonna let y'all go over there and see who it is, who he actually interviewed. But yeah, good job, Jared. Big Rooster, what's up, OG? Welcome in, fam. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Miss Deborah Garrett, you as well, young lady. Keisha H speaking to everybody. And Miss Cheryl Faulkner was so kind yesterday as to come up and share in the Boy, I'm telling y'all, there's some wisdom out here. You can sleep on it if you want to. Because I don't think nobody 100% right all the time, myself included. I don't think nobody 100% wrong all the time. But when I say it's some wisdom in this community, from the elders to the young folk, it all depends on the subject matter. And some of the best entertainment I done seen in doggone damn near in a long time. Some really talented people out here as well. But back to what I was saying, I'm gonna go back to what Bias had mentioned. And hell, there's so much going on in the world. I don't always have time to keep up with stuff outside of my points of focus, but I try to pay a little bit of attention to everything. This young man, I believe, out of Alabama. I'm not even aware of the two most recent completely. But y'all, these young folks in their prime, some of the healthiest they will probably ever be in their young lives, is leaving this world every other day. Some of the healthiest, most athletic young people, athletes with all kinds of endurance and stamina, falling down, leaving this world, from the basketball court to the football field. And because I do enjoy creating content, I don't give a damn what folks say. You can call it scary. Let me turn my camera on so I can be understood. I don't give a damn what people say. You can call it scary. You can call it tiptoeing around. But it's funny how certain stuff, certain keywords, buzzwords, it's like everybody see the writing on the wall and see the proof. But if you say it, you get attacked from on high, down low at your ankle, get hit in the knee. Somebody come in and catch you. Might even say you get blindsided. We're gonna talk about that too. But yeah, I enjoy having my channel. So yeah, I'm gonna watch, and I love creating content. So I'm gonna be careful and use the right words. I'm asking y'all to do the same. But the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. Everything from that young man from LeBron's son to some of the recent situations that's done happened since then. And again, I don't get in grown folk business, so it's not a matter of judgment, because I said it back in 2020 and 2021, all the way up till today, baby. Everybody got to make their own decisions, with regards to their health and circumstances, and do whatever's best for them and their family. I said it then, I'm saying it now. But y'all, something ain't right. Something ain't right. The math ain't mathing. What's happening to these young folks, to all these young athletes? What's up, Saul sister? Somebody else come in here. Miss Robin Murphy, how you doing? Uh, Fiona, you ain't wrong. You ain't. I'm. Hey, Miss Tracy Anderson, and thank you for wording it like that. Fiona, I appreciate that, sister. Cause even in the chat, you gotta watch it. So thank you for wording it like that. But I can't help but wonder sometimes: is it just me? Am I crazy? And I'm going hell. Hell. Ain't nothing wrong. It's called life. It's called dealing with life, with reality, with the circumstances that you confronted with. But man, between our sleep schedule, because we've been doing a lot here lately, waking up early on this days of stuff to do, and then staying up late because we got obligations and other stuff to do. Some of it content creation related. Sometimes it's stuff is out the stuff we got to get done over here. So I know once I get good and rested up again, I'll be less affected by what I see in the world in front of me. What's up, Miss April Showers? How you doing? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. What Random J said, an article came out this week actually saying that it did have. Yeah. Urban, what's up, sister? How you doing? Welcome in here, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. That's right, baby. Life be lifing. But I can't be the only one to feel this way. But damn it, sometimes it does feel as though I can't help but wonder, man, am I the only one seeing this ish? Am I the only one to feel this way about this or feel that way about that? I was going try to get to that later in the conversation, but my girl Unbiased, she knocked it out the park right off the bat. She sure did. So sometimes I definitely, man, Saw sister, facts. It's something in the air. It's something in the air. Like that old Benny Siegel. I might play that in a minute. Oh, so who birthday is Blue Lotus? Miss April. Miss April, today your birthday? Excuse me. Happy birthday again, Miss April Shaw. Okay, Miss April had a birthday recently. Well, y'all already know. Miss April, my apologies. I didn't know, and I was in one of your it was the day before I can't even remember. It was here recently. I was listening to the conversation, but I wasn't in the chat. But happy birthday, young lady. Let me hold on, y'all. We all together. Y'all give Miss April Showers was yesterday. Okay. Give Miss April Showers a big round of happy birthdays in the chat. And for me, let me happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss April Showers. Happy birthday, young lady. How does it feel to be 28? I remember back when I was 28. Mm-hmm. Long time ago. In the before time. Yeah, child. I can hardly remember. I remember, but barely. Forever ago. Crafty. What's up, Crafty Leo? How you doing, my sister? Happy time, hands tied. I know it is. Got your hand full. La la. What's up, TX La la? Y'all better get in here and enjoy yourself. I ain't gonna beat a dead horse because recently I've been really talking a lot about Africa and what's going on over here in Africa. If y'all have any questions, I'm willing to still converse on that. But just watching stuff unfold and why it's unfolding, and over the past probably I've made several uh, uh, a few videos and some lives talking about this and talking about that, and even that's just like, uh, you can tell people, but you can't. Okay. Unbiased, not unbiased. Urban. Urban said, African Dreaming, I find you blurry. Not sure if it's me, but I have you on highest quality setting, still blurry. I'm sorry, y'all. Is anybody else getting a fuzzy picture, or can y'all see and hear me clearly? My bad, sis. Huh. My internet, my little thing on, but I think I'm coming through. Okay, Miss Robin Murphy said yes. So you are blurred, but sound is perfect. Okay, let me see if I can do this, family. Let me go try to mess with my internet real quick and see if that'll straighten some things out. Hold on just a second. Don't go nowhere, you hear? Y'all talk amongst yourself and have fun. Fellowship, laugh, cavort with one another.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? I'm using tech support. It's kind of windy out, y'all, so it might be messing with the connection. So
Right.
hope y'all having a Trail Tuesday. Yeah.
I'll go try something else if that don't work. Is that I don't know if that's any better. If that's helping or not. La speaking to everybody. Oh, now I'm looking at myself down here. On my computer, I'm perfectly clear. Down here, I'm blurry. I don't know if that's it. Maybe them folk thought I was gonna be talking about something too outlandish and they trying to whip my leg. I guess as long as y'all can hear me. Let me try one more thing. And as long as y'all can hear me, we're gonna keep it pushing, and hopefully I'll clear up here in a minute. Tack, what's going on, Tack? Tactical skill you now. Welcome in, sir. Welcome in. Sorry about being so late today, y'all. What else was it? Oh, on a little bit of a light note. What's up, Christina? Went with the winning walk of Christina. And Tack together, boy. Y'all better get in here and enjoy y'allself. Keep on sliding on in. I don't know, y'all. Sometimes when you, or at least for me, when you look at all the circumstances in the world, I guess it ain't never been perfect. I don't think it'll ever be perfect. I think that's part of the journey that we all endure during this life. But my goodness, man, sometimes I just look around, I can't do nothing but shake my head. I can't do nothing but shake my head and just, kind of throw my hands up, say it is what it is, because you limited in what you can do. You're limited in what you can say effectively. Anybody can say anything, but hell, everything comes with consequences. So before, and I don't even know if I want to talk too heavy tonight, but look here. Did y'all hear about this? Because this is something that I noticed it's starting to be a whole big conversation today. This whole Blindside story. Now, me, I personally, I didn't. Hell, when it came, I've never seen the movie. I've never seen the movie. ARD, what's good, bro? Welcome in. Who else came in here? Living Natural, welcome in, family. Y'all better get in here and enjoy yourself. Yeah, I've never seen the movie. I remember how big it was. I remember Sandra Bullock being the star of it. It don't seem like that was actually was. That was a long time after Speed. Yeah, because that's the first movie I think I remember her from. Precious Pieces, what's up, family? With Speed. But if y'all didn't know, so apparently it was all a hustle. It was all a major lick. It was all a I don't know. Let's see if I'm still blurry now. I'm trying to. If this don't work, family, I don't know. I guess it's just gonna be a blurry live because of the way. Yeah, I'm still blurry. I don't know. I'm not gonna end the live and come back. So I don't know. You got any suggestions, babe?
No, the only thing I can suggest is like
I reset that.
refreshing it, but
That would, yeah, right. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. It's all good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Random said it looked better a little bit. I don't know. I think it's just the weather, family.
It's real windy outside.
Yeah, we probably gonna get some storms tonight. Hey, Lena Doyle Crafton, how you doing, young lady? Okay, Keisha said it's all good, fam. We hear you fine. Yeah, man, y'all make sure. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for hitting that like button, and thank y'all for subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. So yeah, apparently this whole plot to this movie, because it was based on a true story, come to find out now, boy, he didn't retire. He ain't even in the league no more. But apparently they never adopted him, and that's the premise of the whole movie. This family happens to be a white family. Adopted this black kid with all of these exorbitant circumstances, life issues, took him in, kind of set him on the straight and narrow, and he ended up going to Ole Miss and then went on to the league and doing all of this. All this time he was under the presumption that he was had been adopted by the family. Turns out he wasn't. He actually signed over a whole bunch of his rights. So that's something that's going on that's been in news today. But outside of, I mean, does it have cultural and societal markers on it that are tied to certain perceptions within society? Absolutely. Is that going to either get your water bill paid or not paid this month? Don't mean a damn thing. And I'm not trying to diminish the gravity of how important I think those conversations ought to have when they do come about. But when I see and hear about stories like that just really dominate headlines, I think that's why some people end up classifying these types of events as distraction. But y'all see this big ass mulch fire down there in Houston? Last I seen on the news, no houses are damaged, no nothing but the air quality probably. And then condolences and peace and love to all the people over in Maui. I think I call the whole chain of islands Hawaii, but yeah, I know it's a chain of smaller islands, but I mean, and then you got that shit right there. Some of the stories and news that's coming out with regards to that is like, well, damn. And y'all know I like to get up here and have fun, have a good time, and even when stuff is kind of ate up in the world, I still like to try to find the positive pieces to life, or hunt the good stuff, find something inspirational, or look on the bright side of it all. But damn, do y'all ever look at life? Hell, that should have been the title. But I guess I'll stick with maybe I'm crazy. Because every now and again, and y'all let me know in the chat. Hell, I'll drop the link. Do y'all ever just like feel like damn, like something ain't right? I just can't. It's something just off. So like Soul Sister said a while ago, you know, it depends, I guess, how in tune you are, whatever you pay attention to. Because I mean, some days I really do wish I was more ignorant to some of the circumstances in the world in which I live, because it does seem blissful. And some stuff about this life and this world, and you live long and you keep living and you get deeper and more profound understanding about things and people and circumstances, and you just uh, make me wonder, is it me? Random J. Hey, bro, at least you honest. Let me put this up here. He said, at least he honest. Random J said, I'm a paranoid person. Everything ain't right. It be like that sometimes, bro. Yeah, just because you're paranoid don't mean they out to get you. I mean, they not out to get you. And I ain't saying like that. That's just the old saying. Hey, Carol the Girl Miniature, how you doing? How you doing? I don't think it's gonna be any better. I don't think it's gonna be any better. Again, I'm gonna keep trying. I only got so many things I can do to try to clear it up. But what I am gonna do, nope, it's still look funky. It's all good. Let me copy this link and get this link ready to drop down here. So anybody want to come up and tell me about some of the great, wonderful things that's going on in your life, like Vision Preparedness, who come on later today after Unbiased LLC at 3:30 Texas time. I think on Tuesdays, when he come on Tuesdays, Vision Preparedness come on at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So there you go. That go your little lineup action right there. But here's the link in the chat. It's about 573.9 million things we could talk about in this live. And I kind of had a concept and a show together, but I gotta be honest with y'all, I ain't want to talk about that shit. Not from me, because I feel I just didn't. But I'm gonna say this. That's a different. Oh, thank you, Sweet Pea. My apologies. Miss Cheryl, retype that in there, Miss Cheryl Faulkner. Put hashtag BCIAC. You hit an N at the end. Yeah, hashtag BCIAC. Okay, Tat got it in there too. Yeah, y'all keep dropping that. Nightbot to drop your link, and then we can do it. Anybody, man, something great didn't happen to somebody. Like for me, for instance, do I see a lot of real serious stuff going on over here in Africa, in the States, all over the world, depending on where you look? Of course I do. But something good didn't happen to somebody. Like, take for instance, hell, I woke up this morning. The old ugly feet I got working, I've been walking on them all day. They still working. Little stiffness in my side, but that come with age. Gotta stretch out my hip flexors better and my lower back. Do some stretches and drink more water. That'll usually take care of that. Drink my tea, my little turmeric tea and all of that, ginger. That helped. Don't work overnight, but it helped. So that's a good thing. Vision Preparedness got a puppy. Anybody else got a puppy? Or something that just made you happy today, or in the last couple days, or this week, or maybe you just got a real good blessing of some sort. I want to talk about both sides of it, because damn it, we all get a little distressed. I wouldn't even call my current state distressed. It's just like, it's life weird sometimes. Carol, I know you didn't. Well, no, I don't know about Carol. I was gonna say, Carol, you come up here and tell me something you happy about, but y'all don't know Carol, boy. Carol is a really smart lady, but Carol's something else. That's all I say. Or this. I'm gonna throw this out here too. On the days where you see, okay, I'm gonna try it. Okay. On the days where you see a whole lot of calamity and foolishness and crazy ish going on in the world, in the world, do you what do you do to not pull yourself out of funk? Because I consider that a normal human condition. I mean, I don't even know if I trust nobody who walk around skipping and smiling every damn day. I mean, like, man, okay, I'm watching you. Miss Jones Truth, how you doing? Welcome in. Some people use prayer, some people use meditation, some people use physical exercise. It's a lot of different methods that people implement to reestablish or get your mood back up, get your energy back right. But what I'm talking about is a little deeper than that. You can do all of those things and still feel, I don't know, I guess I just want to call it the weight of reality, if that makes any sense. Matter of fact, that's exactly how I'm going to put it. Do any of y'all ever feel not overwhelmed, but just literally sometimes look at the weight of the reality of the circumstances of the world in which you live, especially for all my people out here who are in the 2A community, the prepping community, the gardening community. Some people go a little harder with it than others. Some people it's just a casual pastime or even a hobby. What's up, Shea Sunshine? How you doing, sister? Welcome in. Better get in here and enjoy yourself. Keisha H ain't missing nobody. She said she's speaking to all. That's what's up. Thank y'all for being here. I can't believe ain't nobody done popped up here yet. I hope ain't nothing. And I know y'all, I know this a little different because I usually come with content and a real specific subject that I really want to talk about because I see the gravity in it. But hell, today ain't one of them days. I just want to talk to y'all and see how y'all doing and see if y'all ever feel like, what in the hell is going on in this world? Okay, Mateo, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Oh, that's a great question, Random. Okay, let me put that up there. I gotta speak. Somebody else came in. No, I think I got everybody. Oh, thank you, Shea Sunshine. I said it first. When you know it, when you know, you know. I sure am. So Random's question was, you believe we experience spiritual warfare? Absolutely. Now, can I prove that? Absolutely not. I don't think that keeps it from being so in my book. I think that I think there's a lot more around us in the spirit world, spirit realm than we can see. I.e., I just always like to use the example of the light spectrum. There are colors that we really can't absorb with our eyes. Or you can have the strongest damn retinas and corneas in humanity, and there are still colors that your eyes really can't put together and process. There are sounds that with age you can no longer hear at certain frequencies. A baby can hear frequencies that a 50-year-old can't. A 16-year-old can hear frequencies that a 50-year-old can't. These avatars have a shelf life that we walking around using, if that makes any sense. I hope that answered your question. Yeah. To what degree? As far as the whole spiritual warfare thing, I don't know, but that's just my thoughts on it, unless you have another part two or want me to elaborate more. What's this right here? I would, but the lights may go out. Thunderstorm. I know we getting wind over here too, Miss Sher. I completely understand. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No worries. Let's see what Carol said. Carol said, I'm washing my hair right now. Yes, sometimes I wish that I didn't know how much I knew. Then I could pretend that life was not lifing. That's a great breakdown, Carol. That's kind of what I was alluding to. I feel that. I feel that because I feel like that probably about 3 or 4 times a week. She is Sunshine said, I don't believe I have to prove what I know. I have looked into eyes that weren't of pure intention. And there you go. That's all you need. That's all you need. Soul Sister said, we were all crazy conspiracy theorists a few years ago. Now we are right. And that part, Soul Sister, I share your sentiment, fam. I really do. I really do. I ain't even know my brother was in. What's up, Vision? How you doing, fam? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I was just talking about you, bro. Vision come on later tonight. Well, tonight for us, evening for y'all on the East Coast. And Unbiased LLC holding down at 3:30 Texas time. So that's 3:30 Central. Let's see, Miss Jones Truth. In order to not feel overwhelmed and helpless, sometimes you have to walk away from the barrage of information and the madness, clear your mind, listen to the silence. Absolutely. This is food for thought. This is, I think this is a great recommendation because that's exactly what I do. I think it's beneficial for everybody, whether it's your 9 to 5, whether it's your if you're a parent, sometimes maybe you and your significant other need that dinner date, or maybe just the house to yourself for a day or something, or a couple of hours to decompress and just watch something on Netflix and maybe wrestle or something and hang out. Or if it's your whatever, your little weekend get together, you just always be okay with setting aside time for yourself to clear your mind and to not allow yourself to feel overwhelmed. And you know what's crazy, Miss Jones? I don't even feel overwhelmed. I just feel like, is anybody else seeing this shit? It's more of that kind of thing for me. I learned a long time ago in my pursuit of knowledge that was a golden rule, was to not let myself be overly consumed, because I've done it before. The pursuit of information is the first cousin to rabbit holes. You don't learn something without, you the stopping point is your choice to make. But once you get on a pursuit of knowledge and you start, oh, well, this led to this and that led to that. Well, then why did, so it's really endless. So yeah, you got to put some brakes on it sometime. There you go, Vision. But hey, K. Renee's Garden, I hope I spoke. Vision Preparedness said, bottom line is you must have balance. Absolutely. That's it, family. You got to balance all this stuff out. Christina said, we are both spiritual and natural beings. Spiritual warfare is real. Absolutely. I know my consciousness, my spirit is encapsulated within this old flesh bag I'm walking around in, but this flesh bag it means something to me too. You get you a real good paper cut while you're trying to pour some lemonade, see if it don't hurt. She is Sunshine said, I can say my walk has strength since I moved away from home and I have started over in a new place. I am able to see how others move better and work on the way I move. And no wrong, she is Sunshine, you're absolutely right, because sometimes a change of environment can really be the catalyst to thrust people into the whole next phase of what they trying to accomplish or pursue, or even just the peace that they want to live within. Because yeah, I done seen some flowers growing through the cracks in the sidewalk, because nature always finds a way. But which ones thrive the best? The one that got to fight through the concrete, or the one that's out in the pasture? Just something to think about. And I think it's the same rules for us as humans. The better and the more nurturing your environment is, whatever you naturally are, whatever you naturally trying to be, it's just so much easier. You don't have to expend energy or emotional energy fighting against elements that's really not suited for you. So, yeah, I feel that, my sister. Vision Preparedness said, what if God stopped your plans to protect you from your plans? Bro, you said a word right there. I think that is very possible. In fact, I think it's going to happen to me probably about 3 or 4 times in life profoundly, and might even happen once or twice today. Absolutely. Absolutely. For real. It's been some stuff I just wanted so bad in my life, and did all the right things and did this and did that, and everything in my power to make it go the way that I saw. And some things just don't work. And as you get old, or at least me, I don't get in grown folk business. But when I realized that I had to look at it from another perspective, and maybe God getting in your way to keep you from getting in your way, I I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that, because what is meant to be will be, and what is not meant to be will not be. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all coming on with it, boy, but ain't nobody. I guess I'll try this one more time. I don't think it's gonna be no better, y'all. Let's see. Here up. Yeah. It's gotta be the weather, family. It's gotta be on my end. It's gotta be on my end. I hate not having a clear screen for everybody. But yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all something else too that I've uh I don't, when I was a young man, I used to boy, I would, when you're young, most cases, most of the time you feel invincible. And in a lot of ways, with what you can endure physically, you kind of are. You kind of are somewhere between probably 16 and 26, 16 and 25, off in there, maybe even up to 27 in some cases. But baby, I can't speak for other grown folk. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. This is something that age and life and living then help me fully understand. When you really, really need some rest, get you somewhere and get you some rest. When you just feel like you need some fresh air and some sunshine, and you in a position to do so, get somewhere and get you some rest and get out in that sunshine. I don't know how many of y'all ever feel or acknowledge the fact that we all condition to a degree. Uh, Hold on, let me put the chat. I don't think we all conditioned to of And I don't even have to. You got to be. I choose to be careful with even like capitalism, because those are trigger words in so many different ways and can offset and deter a conversation from its intended purposes. But I think every person on this planet, unless you just born with 6 or 7 silver spoons in your mouth, we all conditioned to break our doggone backs till we got damn near 1 foot in the grave. And I read a lot of different books. Theological books, the Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament, the Torah, the Quran, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Dead Sea Scrolls, all that. But something that, I'm not gonna, never mind. My point is, I think this world conditioned us damn from the time we come out the womb and open our eyes and look around that hospital room to be and pursue commodities. Hell, I think it's a noun, an adjective, a verb, all of that, commodities. Some people work so damn hard. It ain't nothing wrong with hard work. You won't have nothing in this world without it in most cases, not if you're born in my social strata. But I've seen people literally have guilt about resting, which if you sit back and marinate on that, think about that for a minute. It's folk who out here who actually feel bad, who if they not suspended in constant toil, if you ain't doing some 7 days a week, 15 hours a day, that we could be so programmed that you actually contemplate your self-worth as a human being born on a planet with everything you need to sustain you and for you to eat and drink water and thrive. But ain't none of that free. But the powers that be, whoever they is, done whooped us down mentally so damn bad that you got people who feel bad for taking a damn nap sometime. Let me get to this comment. She Sunshine said, if I could, I would send you some of this heat and humidity. No, you can keep that, baby. I know all about that too well. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I thank you. You can keep all of that. Vision said, young and dumb. Preparing is better. She is Sunshine. You better be young and dumb than old and dumb. I swear I had to stop talking to some. Oh, hey, speaking of this, something I say all the time. You got two types in this world with regards to this. This is a contextual statement, so I'm talking about what She is Sunshine put up there. You got olders and you got elders. Everybody's definition might not match mine, but you got some old ass people who were dumb as they was when they was 17 or 18, still talk the same, still act the same, and some of them convinced they still that age. And then you have elders who like, shit, it is what it is. I'm like Vision say all the time, I'm old for a reason. You done lived through some things. You might have a gray hair there, might have kids and grandkids, and you proud of all it took to get to where you at in life. So you willing to teach those who are willing to listen, coming behind you, some of the successes and some of the failures that you had over the course of your life. Those, my friends, are elders. It's my personal opinion, but when I see a 60 or 70-year-old moving like they 23, acting like they 23, talking like they 23, in my opinion, those are olders. I see somebody backstage. What's going on, bro? Let me get my man up here.
What's going on, brother?
Tack, what's good with you, fam? How you doing?
And
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I would have jumped in early, but I had to do a post. It's me and my wife's anniversary, 14 years, so I had to shout that out. So
Man,
14
happy
years.
anniversary, my brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Congratulations. Man, it seemed like it cleared up a little. Tack, you clearer than me. I don't know how that works. I think it's just me. It's me. It's me. But nah, man, that's a big deal, man. So, bruh, that's something to be celebrated. That's something
Yeah,
to be
most definitely.
celebrated. Much
Yeah.
love to you. Congratulations to you and the wife. That is something to be happy about. Tell us how you feeling, sir.
I'm feeling good, man. 14 years of growth. I'm definitely growing each and every day, trying to be better
Yeah,
than I was yesterday. So, just growing.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, I mean, you ain't got to answer if you don't want to. Now, y'all got some plans or something. Hell, if I was close enough, hell, me and April take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese or something, so y'all can just have a night out on the town.
We'll probably do something this weekend. We both working today, so I go. She usually goes in the morning, then I usually hit the evening to midnight. So we'll definitely
Okay, okay,
Friday or Saturday get out here and do some celebrate. The unity.
that's beautiful, man. And our anniversary actually this month too. Yeah,
Mm,
coming up yeah, man. So that's dope, bro.
yeah,
14 years, golly,
yeah. My
bro.
son will be 13 next month, so I mean that's how I remember. My son, we had him a year before we got married, so it was
Nice,
a year after
nice.
we got married. So
Right, right, man. I don't know if this is something we actually. A lot of people around us got married at not too far from each other. I mean, as far as relatives, cousins, in-laws, and all of that stuff. Uh, did you? How did y'all make it, bro? Did you see a lot of people around y'all, or did y'all just define and build y'all own influence and say, "We got this family. We started this family. We gonna make this work out of love and everything that come with it."
built our own. I'm definitely an individual that don't go with what the world is going with. So I always try to make my own path, especially with my children as well. So
Right.
just grinding, man, and trying to understand how she feels and where she comes from, her background, and
Mm-hmm.
trying to adapt to her and her trying to adapt to me because I tell you this, when I got into my relationship with my wife, I was a broken man.
Right.
Um, I had women issues, and it stemmed from my mother. And
Mm-hmm.
my wife had to really one day sit me down. And I think I said this before, even with my children,
Mm-hmm.
um, communication. Don't be so quick to put your hands on them, but communicate with them. Um,
Right.
and she opened me up to be able to communicate without getting frustrated and moving on. I'll be the first one to run,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
especially from a woman. I don't know if that makes sense, but as far as
Mm-hmm.
you know, say something to me crazy, I'm out of here. You only got one time to say something crazy, do something that I don't like, and I'm gone. So I had to adjust to learning how to communicate, and
Right.
that's been a
Right.
big
Right.
key with me
No,
and my
go ahead,
wife.
bro.
And I'm still trying to, I still got a little bit of issues, but I work on them every single day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, man, I do us kind of remember us discussing that a little bit before in another live. And I want to say this, man. Again, I love hearing uh I love hearing my brothers being willing to share that part of what it takes to get to that 14 year or that 15 or that 20 or whatever. Because me and my wife, we still learn a lot from each other. But what you just said is something that I attribute that to a lot of how we've been able to make it. Cause I think my mother-in-law and father-in-law, I think they 44 years this year is how long they've been together.
Mm,
I grew up single parent household. Um, I grew up basically exact opposite of her, right? And I didn't know how, like you said, it was easy for me to be like, I'm out. I'm done. I
Mhm.
ain't gotta take this shit from you. I didn't know how to I didn't know how to effectively communicate to like with the disagreements, with the this, with the bump heads. I didn't know how you could be civil in the household. You know, you ain't really talking. It ain't like y'all buddies. She mad at you, you mad at
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
But she grew up seeing people not be each other's favorite person and still love each other. I had to get all of those types of love lessons from her. And in turn, I shared some of my experiences and we just, the back and forth, bro. But man, I don't know, but somewhere between being proud of both of y'all and happy for y'all, it's so much power in that, man.
Yeah, we come from the same, pretty much same background. My wife, her parents been married almost 30, 40 some years. They've
Wow.
been right. Yeah, they so she grew up with her parents in the household. When it got hard, they still stayed together. My dad and my mom been divorced maybe 3 to 4 times.
Oh
Well,
wow.
my dad
Yeah.
had women that didn't want us, but they wanted my dad. So they mistreated me, my brother, and my sister. So I mean, as far as a child, I've
Yeah.
been through a lot. So I had to reprogram myself
Mm-hmm.
and learn how to, not, instead of running, learn how to sit down and talk without getting mad. I still get mad here to this day, but like I say,
Right.
every day I'm trying to get better than I was the day before. So definitely,
Right.
I'm
Well, it's
definitely
more
still a work in progress. Still work in
me.
progress, brother.
Me too, bro. What's up, J3? And somebody else came in. I'm sorry if I think it was Random J Adventures. Yeah, y'all welcome in. But I get upset with my wife. She get upset with me. It's how you act upon or react to that emotion versus trying to not have it at all. Or at least that's what I found. Cause it's just impossible for me to. I mean, I feel stuff. I'm just kind of the older I get, I'm more of a shoulder shrugger. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Okay, okay. It is what it is. And I think we had well, yesterday we had a conversation. Miss Cheryl was up here, and I think Miss Tracy Anderson posed a question about, because we were talking about a new law that's coming out in Tennessee, and that spiraled over into what about when a child basically is in a situation like you just said, uh, with the mother, the whoever the parent of the child is with, their significant other may not really like the kids that they have from the previous marriage or relationship. Since you brought that up, I'm gonna ask you, my brother, do you think that having to deal with stuff like that helps to stifle how people either get into relationships or learn how to love or choose to have a relationship of their own, or what? Did that impact you in any kind of way?
I want to say no, but I want to say yes. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I say yes is because I think because the way they treated me, my brother, my sister, and wanted my dad, but really didn't want nothing to do with us. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of infuriated the hatred. I'm gonna say at that time it was the hatred towards women, because not
Right.
only did my mom at that time, I mean, because my mom and my dad had a court date, but
Mm-hmm.
and this is the reason why I contribute a lot of what I'm learning today to my wife. She said you can't go off what your dad say. You have to go get that other side of that story so you can be complete and be healed. So when I went to my mom and had that conversation, she said, "Well, your dad," and then because my mom wasn't working, my mom was staying at home. She wasn't working at the
Mm-hmm.
time. My dad was the provider, the breadwinner. And when they got ready to get divorced, my mom was going to a court date that wasn't valid. They gave her the wrong court date. So my mom told me in order for her to not be in prison or have to kill my dad, she had to walk away. She had
Wow.
to
Yeah.
literally walk away from her children. And that's when she ended up joining the army. It ended up doing 20 years in the army, but and my grandmother had to talk, which my dad, in some ways, he did kind of right by my mom because he would drop us off at my mother's house during the summertime. So we did see our mother, but I still had that that rage towards her because I felt, why didn't you fight for us? But after talking to my
Right.
mom and finding out the reason why she didn't, I kind of understood her stand on what was going on. Either she was gonna kill him, or she was gonna possibly, or get hurt by still staying in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship with my dad. So to me, yes, that does have a lot to shape a man or a woman on how they treat their significant other if they decide to get married to that person.
That's deep, bro. Before I bring my man Vision in, I just want to say again, as almost every time we talk, fam, thank you for being the kind of man that you are, open and public with things that you've overcome, because these types of conversations either inspire other men to look within themselves, or like a few people put in the chat, man, you grew up with whatever you grew up with, but you chose better. And abandonment issues are, which is what it sounds like to me. That's a very,
Yeah.
I've been through it myself. It's something psychological that it takes time and a lot of will to break uh, those types of conditionings. But my brother, Vision Preparedness, what's going on, family? Jump on
What's
in here.
going on? What's going on? First of all, I want to say, Tactical, I applaud you, brother. And I say that sincerely, and we really haven't met, but I say that sincerely, man to man, because you understood your mistakes and you overcame them. I applaud you for that, and I wish more of us black men would do that.
Fact.
You
Appreciate it.
know,
Yeah.
and for me, growing up, my mom and dad got divorced when I was 17. But my dad sat me down and he literally told me, he said, just because your mother and I are splitting up does not mean that I'm not going to be a driving force in your life, which he was until the day he died in 2016.
Yeah.
And that hurt me growing up, but I understood what he said, and I watched him do exactly what it said, but I was going down the same path. And I had to, per se,
Eco.
break that family curse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it took me a minute. It took me a minute. And when I say a minute, I mean a good long minute to do that. And the CEO said to me the other day, she said, I wish we would have met 10, 15 years ago. And I told her, I said, no, you don't, because we wouldn't be together. Because
Right.
because right now, baby, you got the best version of me, and you're gonna be able to thrive and survive with the best version of me, and we're gonna grow together.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Y'all, I didn't know we were gonna. What's up, Eco Neighbor? That's another one right there, man. If y'all don't know, Eco and Gigi's Natural Homestead, beautiful couple out there getting it, how they living, they real about theirs. I mean, beautiful
Yes,
family. And this is another encouraging brother that I man,
that's
it
my
means
boy.
something.
Yes,
Eco, good people. And with what Vision
Eco.
just said,
Yes.
go, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say, Eco, we've been missing each other, but we got to get together. But we as black men, the first step we have to take is say, hey, I was wrong, I messed up,
Mm-hmm.
and if we can fix it, then we fix it, and if not, we're gonna have to part with some type of understanding.
Yeah.
Facts.
Just like me and my ex-wife, I said, look, what happened between us, but we got kids and
Yeah.
grandkids to raise. We got to come together for them, and that's exactly what we did.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up, Drew? And Vision, like, and I'm glad Drew put this up here, and I'm glad to know that somebody is at least enjoying hearing it, because it's a lot more brothers out here, I think, like that. Uh life done taught me that oftentimes the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So
Yeah,
the loudest dissenters, the craziest people, some of the biggest stuff you hear on podcasts, every man don't feel like that.
right.
And it goes for the opposite way. Some of these women out here, if you gonna take your opinion of the opposite gender off of 3 or 4 episodes from whatever podcast you listen to, you might want to reevaluate that level of thinking.
Yeah.
That's right.
you might,
Yeah.
you
Facts.
might, because it's brothers out here who really have admitted that they've changed. They've made. Oh, J3 was in here too. J3, what's up? Um,
I see you, J3.
the ability to grow, the ability to be vulnerable, the ability to choose love and peace. And it's almost like, I don't know, this is something else that's weird to me. And I'd love to get what y'all perspective is as um two men with a significant other. Why does it have to be peace or love? When any reasonable and rational adult knows that when you're dealing with another human being in an intimate relationship, whether it be intimate as far as romantic or intimate as far as your children or cousins, whomever, why do y'all think society has formulated this formula of now we got a whole generation or a whole society of people across age spectrums who have more or less said, well, it's either peace or love. Which, don't get me wrong, I understand. I prize my peace above all else. But why do y'all think people feel like having both is no longer an option?
Mm.
So here, no,
Go ahead.
I got it. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
And I say this because this is how I understood it for real 2 years ago. We all want peace, right?
Right.
Here's the key, and this is for the folks in the back.
Give it to them.
Once you find your true peace, love will come upon you regardless.
Yes,
Because
sir.
when I found my peace and moved out here in the middle of nowhere, nothing but trees and squirrels, I was content and I was happy. And then I met the COO on a fluke. And because I have my peace, the first thing I told her was, I said, don't take this the wrong way. I told her, I said, I don't need you because I can do all of this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I want the love to complement my peace.
Right. Right.
She sat there and told me, if you lead, I'll follow.
Wow. That's deep, bro. That's deep. That's deep. Man. Eco, my brother.
My man.
I know you probably on lunch. No, you good, fam. You good. We gonna talk about all that. What's up, Nikki? Eco, I know you. Come on, man. You're out there walking on your lunch break. You probably making a video right now. What you got going on, bro?
Hey, bless up, brothers. I just wanted to say, I just want to kind of jump on. First of all, I love y'all vision. Love you, African. Team April, Team J for life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Tactical. You inspired me. I just want to let you know
yeah.
your transparency and
Appreciate you, bro.
your truthfulness and your clarity in your mind, and then sharing your challenges that you faced in life and sharing your truth. You're helping different people. You even helped me, my brother. I just came out here to take me a little walk to get out of that AC just for a little while. But I'm just going to say that you inspire, and you are here for a reason. And it's I think you went through that because you could endure it. and then you're here to share it with other people. So I really salute you, and I really appreciate you sharing. And I just really want to kind of come on and say that because, we talk about peace and we talk about love, but most of the time we find peace in the midst of chaos. We don't
Yeah.
even know that we have peace in our lives until chaos erupts. And then when we find chaos erupts, we find the value in what we have. And then we want to go back to it, but we have to grow and we have to continue to move forward. And if we can't move forward, we get frustrated at times, but it's still leading us to a destination of peace because the good book of life say, if you don't have any vision, then the people will perish.
Yeah.
It's up to us as leaders because we are leaders, but we got to have something for people to go to. We got to have that vision because we need the people to help us to complete our vision. And we got to have patience and we got to know we can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Facts. That's true, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, the book I read, it says it's not good for man to be alone.
it's not.
Period.
Yeah. It takes a village to raise
Yeah.
your children.
Yeah, it do.
And, so it all goes back to we need one another. And I'm a
Amen.
big
That's right.
believer in that.
That's right. And
You know what really concerns me though? We seem to be so isolated though. You know what I'm saying? We seem to be so to the point where we can't be open and truthful with each other to the part where, I may do and say some things that you may not agree, but somehow we got to see humanity in what we do. And
Mhm.
I think we lost humanity in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Because everybody's right and everybody has their right to think how they want to think. We don't have no accountability and no standards. And if you put standards and accountability on people, it seems like now these days you're making people be placed in a box. And that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? You still got
Right.
creativity, but there's an order of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yep. That's right.
If we on a mission, I said this before, man, if we on a mission and the vision already been here, I'm going to look the vision to help me, guide me. And then if tactical is experienced with different restaurants or different just different navigating different terrain or what have you, I'm going to lean towards tactical. And,
That's right.
and we just different leaders at different times, but we all leaders at the same time. And it's okay to be leaders at different times, and it's okay to slide to the side and let somebody step up. It doesn't mean that we're less of a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. I want to. No, you 100% right, man. I think I think societally. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say I think. I know for a fact that societally, and thank you, Frugal Mom. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. I'm gonna get to some of these comments. I know for a fact that it's more prominent in my home country of the United States of America that is very different structurally and socially from how it is in here in East Africa and Tanzania. I don't know if people ever think about it like this or look at it like this. You raised a good point, Eco, when you said everybody's so divided and so.
Uh-oh.
Okay, am I back? Am I
Yeah.
back? I think we back.
You back.
Yeah, you back.
Okay. I think that this whole situation is more of a luxury than people actually realize it is. How can something like individualism be as prominent as it is if you're not afforded that opportunity in the first damn place? If you are dependent, let's take a small village, right? Let's take a small village over here. Everybody has a job, an assignment. You have to live, work, move as a team. It's not uncommon for, of course, like just back in the States, you have people who go off to university. You have people who may move to the UK or America or whatever. but there's an instinctual sort of communal about how they think, move, act, and feel. In more wealthier places, more wealthier countries, people have the opportunity to be so individual because your pursuance of your acquisition of resources and assets affords you the opportunity. In places where that's not everyday life, people don't have a choice but to work and live together and think about keeping a strong family unit, thinking about marrying, maybe partnering your family with another strong family, and then you build and grow that way. And this is something that I was talking about in either last live or the live before that. I ain't gonna get into an economic conversation, but with some of the things that are changing in the world today, especially back in the States, I think a whole bunch of these conversations we having right now will be conversations of the past because things is getting ready to get real, real ugly faster than people think. And I think you will see an organic cohesion of persons, both men and women, coming together because everybody gonna need each other. When you ain't gotta
That's
need
right.
nobody, you don't have to need nobody. But
That's
when
right.
your ass need somebody, men, women, children, dogs, cats, squirrels, watch folks start working together. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you 100% because if you look at the past generations, my grandparents, my parents, that was community, that was family. It wasn't nothing to have 60 family members at Thanksgiving dinner. That was a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the systemic world, and I'm saying the United States, they talk about individualism because their plan is to divide and conquer. Because they know that when people come together, they are at their strongest
Yeah.
point. So they're trying to divide and conquer. And that's where you got these people with all of these different pronouns and whatever. But you're right, Jay, because the world is getting ready to get ugly. You are going to see a natural coming together of people, and they all ain't gonna be of the same color of skin hue either.
Yeah, I think things is getting real drastic real quick. And only time will tell. I can't prove it, but I don't disagree. I think that it is man, I gotta get to some of these comments. If y'all want to see something that matter of fact, I'm gonna go all the way back up to I'm trying to keep up with the chat and listen to y'all, and I done went out twice. I hope I'm still here with
You're
y'all.
there.
Okay. Um I don't okay. Here, this the one that make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I get where she come. Hey, by the way, welcome in, Pia. Passionately intrigued. Art said, I have to have both peace and love. I was without it for 25 years. I refuse to settle for anything less because after so long, I don't have to. And this is something that I try to be really adamant about and
Yep.
use this to the best of my ability is the ability to understand somebody else's situation. Okay, I'm back again. I've been with my wife since I was in my early 20s. A whole lot of people have had a lot of different experiences that I've never encountered. People have had divorces and started over. People have gotten divorced and then got back together after the children involved, all kinds of stuff. I think the ability to understand and have a little grace and consideration for each other's position in life is something that's is needed more than I think people realize. That's just me. What y'all gentlemen think?
I just want to say, to me, I think one of the things that we're doing is we're distracted, I think we got
Mm-hmm.
more distractions that we're really not paying attention. I saw in the comment, I can't see the comments, but I saw one you posted where it was talking
Uh-huh.
about that compassion piece. You know, in order to maintain and keep peace, you got to have war, and you got
Yes.
to be prepared for war, right?
Yes.
Because in order to maintain your
Uh-oh. Is it
environment
just
and keep your environment good, sometimes you got to go to war. You got to protect it, right? And in the
Yep.
midst of that war, you got to have that peace within you to know what you're after, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, what I'm saying is, a lot of times we have so many distractions that we have lost the reason why we have the AC, the reason why we have cars, the reason why we have trucks, the reason why we have internet. We all the reason for all of that. What was the reason for the cotton gin, right? It wasn't to separate yourself amongst each other. It was to make the work life easier, not to be breaking
Right.
the backs, right? There was compassion
right?
behind what we did. You know, all those movements in the past, we didn't have nothing. And then now that we got something, we have completely kind of like separated in so many ways. And
Exactly.
then
Right.
by us being separated, you know what's going to bring us back together is the
War.
demise or
That's right.
not having nothing. And all
That's
this
right.
stuff is in cycles, man. All this stuff is in cycles, and it's going to come back around, and then we're going to separate again. But the key is, if we can keep that balance, and how you keep that balance is you always go back to the fundamental principles of why we're here. And if you always stay with that, you'll always have a balanced life versus all of this up and down and trendy type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah. And that's more or less what I was saying, bro. It comes in cycles. It's happened before. It's gonna happen again. It comes with every few generations. And you know, we have a little bit unique distinction as far as American Black Americans or whatever, you know, people acknowledge themselves as, but or just Americans who may have stemmed from U.S. chattel slavery. Our situation is a little bit more unique than others, but every culture done had it, every culture done went through it. People get up and then they get apart from one another. And when it get real, that's when folk come back together. And I hate it's gotta be that way,
Yeah, wait,
but it
yeah.
is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. And the world is changing, family. It is. I
But can
think
you
everybody.
think about this? Can you think about this, Jay? What
Go
happened if
ahead.
we didn't have to go through this? What happened? Think about this. What happened if we didn't have to go through hurt and pain? Think about even a relationship. Think about all of this
Yeah.
stuff. You know, sometimes we hate stuff that we need. You know, what happened if God gave us everything that we wanted and we prayed
Cool.
for?
Uh,
What would
You,
happen if we went on? We didn't have no hard times. We didn't have no bad times. Or we talk about this world
you
currency. We talk
you wouldn't
about
know what a
the
good time was.
yeah.
yeah.
And that's why I'm saying that's why we have to just embrace and be thankful our situations, because what happened if you never got sick? And then
Mm-hmm.
now sometimes I've noticed through my sickness, it made me mentally strong. It made me mentally strong with things where people who hadn't been sick break on. That it's like, oh, this ain't nothing. I have something to compare it to. You know, we
Right.
talk about the fears of technology. What happens to this world if people don't want to work, right? People don't want to maintain jobs. Companies not committed to the employees. Employees not committed. But what happens if AI don't step in, and if it don't do the work? What happens if no one wants to work? Everybody want to come to work. It's getting so bad where they having jobs out here now where they pay you by the day. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Because they already know that they're not going to retain no work. So what happens when don't nobody want to pick up the trash, don't nobody want to clean the sewer, don't nobody want to paint, don't nobody want to climb no scaffold, build no buildings? What happened? Don't nobody want to, the doctors don't want to be a doctor anymore. You know, now we got AI. Sometimes the AI may tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well,
You
you
know what
know
I'm
this.
saying?
Now this where it get complicated. This is a twofold thing, and this conversation going all kinds of different places. Cause look here, that this is that's I didn't know we were gonna turn into this. But baby,
My bad, my
you
bad, brother. My bad.
no.
Nah.
No, you good, man. You good. When it gets to that, there is not. You know what? I ain't even gonna go there with you. We gonna talk about this later, cause now you finna get me into immigration, bro. You finna get me to talk about immigration, and we finna take this to, to a whole.
See?
Hey, why you up here? Why you up here? I don't know. I'll say that for next Tuesday. Why you up here? Let me ask you this: what made you, and what's your reasoning for being such a good, positive, strong, family-oriented brother? What's wrong with you, boy?
Shit, I ain't have it. Hey man, you know, I was listening to
I
my
know.
boy on Tactical, right? And I was just, man, like my stuff didn't come early. His stuff came early, right? And that's why I say he's a lesson to me. We get taught lessons at different times in life. Some stuff I get taught at an early age, and some stuff other people get taught at an older. You know, here it is. My mom and my dad, they got separated when I was young, and they somewhat had agreeable life. But my dad, he kind of quickly got back into a relationship. My mama didn't get into a relationship till I was out of the house, right? She had friends, but she didn't get married and
Right.
get into a deep relationship until after I was gone, right? So that was a lesson that taught me something, right? And then my dad, he lived down south in South Florida, right? The Miami. And the mother, the reason why I say the mother, because I used to call her my mom. She was like my mom. You could not tell me that wasn't my other mother, right? But I didn't realize till after he died that it was a plot. I didn't realize that the whole time when I was trying to, it's almost like when you go to an office meeting and you know it's not funny, but you laughing because everybody else laughing. And then later on, after you quit the job and you get fired, you be like, man, I shouldn't even been laughing at that. You know what I'm saying? That's how that life was with me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, we didn't like him anyway. You know what I'm saying? They had a different mission. The mission was to obtain physical stuff, right?
Right.
But I thought it was love, but it was all positioning. It was all positioning. Like one of those reverse psychology, because I was a child. I'm gonna let you and your dad spend time together. No, we're not gonna interfere. We'll just sit here and then we'll wait on y'all. Y'all go and have fun. And it's like, no, y'all come on, y'all come. And then they knew what reaction. It's just small stuff like that. They knew the reaction.
Right.
No, I won't. You don't have to take him shopping, school shopping. I'll take him school shopping. Later on, you find out, oh, there was some exchange of money that was given that didn't get dispersed equally. Later on, you find all this kind of crazy stuff, and then you sitting here thinking somebody love you and care for you, and then the moment the lights go out, then they just go ahead and just take off the mask, and they just show you their true self.
That's
and
right.
And I'm like, now I look at life totally different, man. I look at life, everything totally different, because you know what I got after my dad died? I didn't want physical things. I'm a grown man. I got my own home, got my own cars, I got everything. But I know he wanted to leave me something, whether it was a picture or a watch. I got 2 pictures of my deceased granddad in a casket. That's what I got. For after he died.
You got 2 more things than I did.
But this is the crazy thing. My dad never wanted that to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. This is the thing. I made sure that I said my goal was, no matter what my wife and we go through, I want to be there in my child's life. I want to be there whenever I possibly can. And I don't want to make no promises that I can't keep. And too many times I spent time standing by that road, waiting on him to come. He said he was on his way, but he got distracted by the other family that he raised. And I have no animosity whatsoever against them. They did what they had to do to survive. I ain't hating it. It was a business deal. I just thought it was a relationship, like a family relationship, but it was a business deal. And I didn't approach it as a business deal. So
Right.
so the thing is, I just never wanted my kids to be like, well, daddy say he coming. Well, daddy say he gonna do this.
Right.
Daddy say he gonna do
Right.
that. My dad did most of the stuff that he said he was
Hey,
gonna do,
Rob.
but he did it. You don't think about those things. You think about the stuff that he didn't do.
Right.
Right. But Rob, look here, I gotta say this as a child, it wasn't your damn responsibility to negotiate no business. You needed love and love. And I'm
That's true.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. You man, shout out to if anybody out here listening, men and women who listening, but especially men, you know, we understand what manning up is. We understand what pressing on and being tough is.
Right.
Bro, I gotta say this. I'm so proud of this the whole conversation. For one, it's organic. For two, it's got willing participants who say what they saying publicly. And for three, damn it, other men out here need to hear it. Do y'all know that it's folk in the world who really think we damn near ain't got feelings at
Right.
all?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
We got
And
a childhood just like everybody else done had. We got
you-
hurt. We'd have been disappointed. We'd have been let down, kicked in the ass, and told to suck them tears back in your eyeball,
Mhm.
boy. And
That's
get your
right.
ass back out there doing what you've been doing.
And I got to chime in with Eco. You know, I'm with you. And because when me and my ex got divorced, I moved to Chicago, and I made a promise to my son, you will see me every 2 weeks. I drove back and forth for 6 years to spend time with him, to the point he would call me at a specific time, and he knew exactly where I was at and what time I would be there to get him. Never let him down. For 6 years, burned up 2 cars, been through all types of snowstorms, running from tornadoes and everything to spend time with my son because I made a promise to him. And as my dad always said, you take away the glitz, the glamour, the clothes, the houses, the cars, all a man has left is his word.
Yes, he does.
That's it. That's it. That's it, bro. And when you making those conscious efforts and decisions, even like Tack said about how he changed himself,
Right.
that take a lot. And I'm seeing what Pia wrote, Passionate Intrigued Art said, I had to teach my 3 sons how to be compassionate, loving, and caring to women because of what they witnessed and how they thought it was supposed to be. And I saw some of your other comments, PIA. I was trying to do some other stuff, reading the chat and doing something over here. But I'm sorry that you ever had to endure that, live through that. I'm glad you better on the other side of it. Everybody's supposed to keep their hands to themselves and they nasty, nasty words if you in love with somebody to themselves as well. So I'm sorry you had to live through that and deal with that, sister. But I've never met your children, but I'm sure they some beautiful young men, and kudos to you for you know coming out better on the other side, baby.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no manual to life.
No.
Mm-mm.
And there is no manual for raising children, for sure.
Mm-mm.
And if there was, could somebody please send me that
Send me-
PDF so I can go back
Please.
through it and read it again?
Yep.
I need
and,
one.
And hey, well, I'm gonna say both of y'all somebody daddy. And y'all brothers, man, heavily involved in your children's lives. Now, and talk about them all the time. Rarely have I been up on the screen with both of y'all, and I ain't never not heard either one of y'all mention y'all kids. Ever. Not now time.
Got
Now,
to.
that's
They're
it.
my world.
That's right.
They're my world. That's the
Yes,
reason why I go to
indeed.
work every day. And then their mother, I make sure. And then this was a promise I made to my kids, especially my son. When I first held him, I was able to cut his umbilical cord, get to be able to do all that good stuff that fathers
Amen.
take for granted. But I definitely don't take mine for granted. But
Yes.
I told my son when he was born, I said I got a job to do, and that job is not to get you that third strike. And I told him he couldn't understand me, but I told him you already got 2 strikes coming, and you black and you're a male. My job
Amen.
is not to help you not get that third strike.
That's
You
right.
already got 2 against you. So my job is to make sure you don't get that third one. And the same thing with my daughter. You definitely, especially in the United States and black women, how they treat black women, you really up against the wall. So I gotta make sure I
Mm.
develop you. Me and your mother develop you where you confident, and she's definitely one. She's the talented of my 2. My daughter, she's been flipping since she could walk. So she's gymnastics, cheerleading, and
Gymnastics,
I'm about to
yeah, yeah.
put her butt in track. I told my wife,
And oh, did I freeze up again? Am I still
no,
Nah,
here?
you good. You good.
I told the wife and my mother I was talking to, somebody I grew up with in the church, talking about a free scholarship. And I'm trying to make her get to the Olympics. That's my goal for her. That's
There
what I'm
you
gonna
go.
work hard for. Get her to the Olympics. Be one of the black girls on the U.S. team, USA team. So
Amen.
I got real big goals for them. However it pans out. Like I tell them, whatever you want to try, let's go for it. We're gonna support you one way or another. And you
Yep.
figure out what you want to do, and you go towards that goal of what you want to do, and don't half-ass it. Put your whole self in it, and
Yes.
we support you all the way.
Yes. And
Right.
you sound just like me, Tactical, because I told my daughter, she was probably 14 years old. I said, let me explain something to you, sweetheart. There's only 2 people on this planet that love you. You're talking to one and the other's your mother, because the world actually hates you
Mhm.
because of the color of your skin and you a female.
Absolutely.
And I told
And
my son the same thing.
right, and it's important to tell them that. I gotta say that I got somebody else backstage I'm gonna bring up. I gotta get this in. I'm gonna start with D Mood, bruh. Welcome in, D Mood. Hey, African in chat. Me and D Mood and talked about this before. Me and my brother were raised by a single father. Shout out to single dads. Yes, shout
Yes,
out to the single dads, because they do
facts.
exist and they do play bigger roles. And one thing I'm gonna do over here, I've been doing it. I'm gonna consistently do it, because I had men in my life that wasn't my father that looked out for me and they kids. I had big cousins, I had uncles,
Hmm.
I had men in my life that for whatever duration of time, they was everything God put them. I ain't trying to you take it all out, but God put everybody out of needed along this journey that I
Yes,
call
you
life.
do.
They been
That's
right
right.
where they needed to be when they were supposed to be, and a lot of them was men. And I
That's right.
so I got to say that. And then the other part is right under K. Renee's garden said there are some amazing fathers out there. When me and my first husband split, we never missed a beat and co-parenting our kids. He was and is an amazing father. See,
That's
so
right.
what I'm gonna do over here at African Dreaming, I'm not gonna. You ain't got to put down women to uplift men.
Right.
I'm gonna say,
Nope.
you don't have to put down women to uplift men, because it's a whole lot of good fathers out here. It's damn sure a whole lot of black fathers that are heavily involved in their children's life. Do you have some a-holes and some jerks and some that
Absolutely.
word on them like using deadbeats? Hell,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm the product of one, but it's a whole lot more out there than him. So I'm not going to continue to push a narrative that denigrates and degrades my people, as well as males of all colors, all ethnicities, and all backgrounds, because it's not all true.
Right.
Some, yeah, there's a whole lot of good ones out there too. So those the ones I'm gonna talk about. Those the ones I'm gonna uplift and acknowledge, because they are in my family, they in other people's family, they out there in the church house, they out there in some of these schools, they out there coaching some of these boys during little league season, they some of the high school coaches, they some of the people who tutoring kids, who do like it's a whole. Anyway, I'm gonna bring this guest up and see what this young lady got to say. Miss Jones, how you doing this after evening?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you just fine, young lady. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. What's up, Liz B. Journey?
Good. Let me tell you something. First of all, I sit here
Yes,
and
ma'am.
listen. And right now, I must say it is an honor to be listening to real men who kind of have their heads on straight. Here's my thing. Here's my problem. My problem has always been for with those who lump everybody into one category. I've heard men say all women are this. I've heard women say all men are this, and see, they don't like me a lot because when I hear women say all men are dogs, I was like, oh, so you've dated every man on the planet.
That's right. Tell them, Miss Jones. Tell them.
You understand? How can you lump everybody into one category? What you're doing is you're lumping them into your pain bucket. See, that's what pain is. You can't do that because the more you live in your pain, you're going to miss some of the best blessings that could ever come.
Amen.
Say that.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
Stop carrying that old baggage around. Stop beating up everybody you see. The worst thing you can do is judge one man by what another man did to you. The worst thing you can do is judge another woman by what another woman did to you.
Yes.
The problem with society is society runs on chaos.
Yeah.
And big news and bad news. That's what society. They are not going to. You will not see society uplift the positive more than you uplift the negative.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
And I agree with what you said. The reason why the news people and everybody else, all these people do that is because they want us. They know divided we fall.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And contrary to what I hear people say, I say, I don't care what you say. There are more good people in this world than there are bad. The problem is we uplift the bad more than we uplift the good.
See, Ms. Jones, now you got me in my feelings because you speaking true truth.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I know. Look, my mom and dad were married until my mom died. They spent about 52 years together.
Amen.
So you can't tell me all families in our culture are broken families. That's not true.
Right.
They struggle in their relationship. Yes, they do. But the bottom line is just because they made it doesn't mean everybody else is the same way. You got to stop just lumping people. Now, let me tell you something. I had some good parents, but let me tell you something. Them two little short people could fight.
I know that's right. Yes.
And I'm not talking about arguing. I'm talking about throwing down blows.
Right.
But the one thing they did that I will always respect, no matter what problems they had together, they never put the children in the middle of it. Never.
Right.
We always knew no matter what, if they broke up, whatever, we were loved.
Yes.
That's what we knew. And if people would focus more on that, our children wouldn't be so messed up in the head now.
Amen. See?
Yeah.
I'm done.
You right. No, that was a great little rant right there.
It was.
I felt weird of it. And
I appreciate it.
just real quick, I got to get if I can go back up. Matter of fact, I put it on the screen already, so this is what I'm finna do. I got to get Frugal Mama right real quick.
Yes.
Then, because I ain't forgot now. And then I'm on. Yeah.
Get it, George.
Yeah.
Get it, George.
That's the dance right there.
Yes, indeed. And you know something else real important you said, Miss Jones. Hey, what's up, Love and Live Show? Welcome in. Anybody else I may have missed, y'all better get on in here and enjoy yourself. Drew made a comment that's in line with something of what you said. The old media is already being do y'all keep hearing that interference?
I do.
Okay. I don't know if that's me or if Tack over there shaving. Sound like some clippers. Tack, you done bust open them clippers, boy. I'm just teasing, man. I think the old media had a real chokehold on the whole narrative and concept that black men just ain't ish.
Right.
And I grew up in that era. What's up, Happy Mac? I grew up in that era where between the crack epidemic, the rise of gang culture in the late, in the mid 80s and 90s was just so profound and all. It was a lot going on. Was out there, yeah. Did it exist amongst one race? Absolutely not. That's why I put effort and stake into telling my life experience about how many good men of all races, but right now I'm talking about black men who have played significant roles not only in their family dynamic, but in entire communities, in whole communities.
Yeah.
I've seen people go to, actually, I'm gonna say men and women, because it was people in the neighborhood. If this happened, if you have a situation with the water company, or you go over to Sister Johnson house. If you having trouble with the police or this or that, you go over to Mr. Glover house and stuff
Right.
like this. Like, I grew
Right.
up in one of the
That's
neighborhoods.
community. That was community.
Community.
So I'm not finna keep carrying water for this whole circumstance that I just don't agree with, because I
Right.
know it to be deep.
Yeah, right. Community was when I came up. Look, my mom was what you call a neighborhood mom. You know, we had the house we lived in had a basement. My mother took in so many young men who may have gotten thrown out their house.
Right.
And she wasn't worried about, because she had 3 girls, she wasn't worried about the girls because, number one, I think we were more afraid of our parents than we were of the police. So that was never an issue about anyone doing anything, because when you stepped in my mother's house, this was the rule. If you
Yep.
in my house, you follow my rules. You
Yep.
can't follow my rules, you get out my house. It wasn't no argument. That's
Right.
just the way it was.
That's just how it was. Yes.
But my mother showed so much love to those who, I mean, I know about 4 or 5 young men she took in because they didn't have no place to go. They got thrown out. They were caught between their mother and her boyfriend, or their father and his whatever. And she took them in. And to this day, my mother's dead and gone. They remember the love that she had. That was community. Community took in everybody. And here's what I also loved about community. If you acted a fool on one person, the community is going to kick your behind.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh yeah. You got in trouble all the way home.
Oh,
Then got it worse when you got home.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. I used to live in a place called Kimmelbrook Homes in Youngstown, Ohio. And let me tell you, if I did something all the way down drive, by the time I got back home to Bettman, everybody knew it. My mama knew what you did, where you did it, how you did it, what you was wearing, who you said, what you said.
That's it.
And you didn't know how, but
she got the news.
Trouble.
Right.
And in some cases, they was allowed to whoop your behind and send you home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But see, all that was done in love. Vision, you remember, but it was all done in love and caring because we loved each other.
Right. And we were community. I remember 2 doors down from my mama's house, Mr. Guthrie, he didn't play. He walked out holding a belt and say, boy, what is wrong with you? You know? And I'm running, thinking I'm going to be safe when I get home. As soon as I turn around and look on the porch, my dad's standing right there. I'm like, good Lord. He's like, get in this house. And
I
want to tell y'all this, man. I'm about to head to work. My phone gonna cut off. African Dreaming, I appreciate you in this conversation. Vision, preparedness, and truth. I enjoy you guys. I got to hit this job. So
I appreciate you, bro. Have a blessed day and stay safe.
And congratulations on the anniversary. All right, yeah. But
and happy anniversary.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But let me
my brother.
All right,
yeah, let me quickly say
yes, ma'am.
The housing project we lived in was so big, it was like 500 families. We had our own community center and everything. And let me tell you what community did. Every year, that community had their own annual event. Community. Everybody participated. The lady that was in charge, she was a matriarch. She's one of them old school matriarchs. Her name was Ora Barrett. I'll never forget Miss Barrett. She could watch 50 to 100 kids, and you dare not do nothing wrong.
I know that's right. Exactly.
She had a bunch of girls locked in that center one night because we had a sleepover, and them boys started them boys started trying to climb on top of the roof. I'll never forget. She took out a little pistol and shot through the roof one time. It was over with. But she knew who it was, but she wasn't gonna hurt nobody. She wasn't trying to shoot them, but she scared the living daylights out of them. You have a matriarch, but see, there was a trust. When you get to know people, you got to earn trust and respect. One thing we learned when we were coming up, and that is absolute respect.
Yes.
And respect is not automatically given.
No.
It's earned.
It's earned. That's right.
And some of the basic teachings of respect we learned when we were coming up was even in our language. Please, thank you, excuse me,
yes ma'am, yes sir,
yes ma'am. All that stuff teaches an air of respect. And until you learn how to respect people, don't expect people to respect you. You can't give what you can't get. You know what I'm saying? You have to give it before you can get it. And these basic things that people now they say, oh, yes, sir, that's gay. No, tell me, I am yes, ma'am. I've earned that title. I've earned it. Yes, ma'am. That's what you say, because it just don't make no sense the way we talk to each other. That's why we will never be unified if first we don't even learn how to talk to each other.
That's right.
Well, on that, Miss Jones, it's unfortunate, but I primarily see within regards to, and what I mean by this being intentional and specific. Having grown up in an era in the late 70s and 80s and whatnot, with in the segregated South, my mama, not somebody else's mama, not my mama's mama or my great grandmother, my mama was going from 5th to 6th grade when schools were integrated. The trauma that a whole lot of generations who still alive live with was never talked about or discussed enough, in my opinion. I mean, I think Ruby Bridges either might still be living or just passed away recently, or I think she's still alive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Having grown up, getting to see the tail end of what was a blacks only side of town in the segregated South, some of those memories still hit with me, but it's not what my mama and my uncles or my grandma or grandpa had to endure, or the older people from the neighborhood. The thing that I remember most is actually the sense of community that I grew up with and around.
Yeah.
And the lovingness and the caringness, and everybody knew everybody. And when I go visit black parts of town now, it's one of two things. It's either not in all cases, because there are, don't get me wrong, now I gotta watch my words, because somebody took this and did a whole lot with it. You have some really nice exclusively, primarily black or African American communities in Georgia. You got some in Texas, you got some down in Houston, and even in parts of Dallas. But it ain't like what I grew up in. So I'm really not talking about those. The majority is either crime and drug ridden, gang infested, or it's real hippie-ish and really kind of activist kind of. Those are the only two that I really see right now. And I'm saddened by the fact that it's a whole generation, almost 2 generations of people now who will never know the depths of what community meant the way that I had the opportunity in this life to experience it. And I think, it is what it is. Will we ever go back? Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, bruh?
I just want to say this very quickly, y'all. I want to thank Miss Jones Truth. I want to thank Vision Preparedness, who comes on at 6:30?
Yes, sir.
Tonight?
Yes, sir.
6:30, you can catch Vision Preparedness. I want to thank Eco Neighbor for stopping by. Definitely want to thank Tactical Skillionaire for doing his thing. I appreciate y'all. Love and Live, Miss Grace Guines, Motivation, everybody who in the chat, man, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Pieces of April holding it down. Drew, I want to thank PIA for sharing all that she shared, along with She is Sunshine. Everybody in the chat, thank y'all for y'all contribution to the conversation. Thank Wellness with Frugal Mama, who you can watch work out every morning, Monday through Friday, for her
Yeah.
support to the channel. And with that being said, family, to the next time y'all see me and I see y'all, I'm gonna be over here being country in another country. Peace.